Welcome everyone to the Arts Product Purchase Negotiations. Today, we have the seller team representing the art gallery and the buyer team representing a group of collectors. The objective of these negotiations is to reach a mutually beneficial agreements for the purchase of arts products. Let's begin. Sellers, please introduce yourself briefly.
Greetings everyone, my name is ASYRAF. I am the sales manager of the Renaissance Art Century. This is our art in expertise, IMAN, and this is our financial representatives, AUNI.
Buyers, please introduce yourself briefly.
Hello, nice to meet all of you. My name is Muaz and I'm the lead collector. We are from the Arjuna Pemandangan. Our art gallery is located in Bukit Bintang. This is our curator, FADZLI. This is our financial advisor, DANIAL. And this is our legal representative, SYED. Thank you for the introduction. Our objective is to curate a diverse and exceptional art collection that represents various styles and periods. We value authenticity, cultural significance, and the potential for appreciation in the art market.
We appreciate your goals, and our objective is to offer you a selection of high-quality art products that align with your criteria. Our aim is to provide outstanding service and establish a long-term partnership with your group of collectors.
We are very interested in French and Greek sculptures that were made in the 19th century to be precise. These sculptures that we are looking for represent the iconic status, representation of power and authority, and also emotional resonance and interpretation.
We have carefully created a selection of art products for your consideration. Each piece comes with detailed information about the artist, the style, and its historical or cultural significance. Now let's begin the presentations.
Alright, after considering your requirements, this is our first piece, which is the Winged Victory of Samothrace. The Winged Victory of Samothrace is an iconic ancient Greek sculpture depicting the goddess knight with outstretched wings, symbolizing triumph and power. It depicts the Greek goddess Knight Victory standing on the prow of the ships, with her wings outstretched as if she descending from the heavens. The sculpture is celebrated for its dynamic and dramatic compositions, capturing a sense of movement and the moment of victory. Next is the Tinker. Augustus Rodin, a renowned French sculptor, created the Tinker as part of his work The Gates of Hell, inspired by Dante's Divine Comedy. The statue depicts a seated muscular male figure in deep contemplations, becoming one of Rodin's most influential creations. Finally, yet important, is the Apollo Belvedere. The Apollo statue has been depicted in various forms by different artists throughout history, as Apollo is a prominent figure in a Greek and Roman mythology. One notable representation is the Apollo Belvedere, a famous marble statue that is widely believed to have been sculptured in 2th century CE, possibly by an unknown Greek artist.
Thank you for the presentation. We are intrigued with the Tinker statue and we would like to discuss pricing, quantity discount, and any additional service or request. We are also interested in exploring the possibility of loaning pieces for temporary exhibition.
We understand your requirements, but pricing depends on various factors, including the artist's reputation and variety of the pieces. We are open to negotiation. Let's discuss your specific interests and see if we can find a common ground.
Certainly, this artwork aligns perfectly with the theme and aesthetic we are focusing on in our collection. Artist Augustus Rodin's unique style and mastery of technique make this piece a standout addition. Its historical value and relevance to the art movement it represents make it even more compelling for us. However, our budget range for this purchase falls between $11 million and $12 million. While we understand the value of this artwork, we need to be mindful of our overall budget constraints.
I understand your budget considerations. Given your enthusiasm for the piece and its relevance to your collections, I believe we can find a mutually beneficial agreement within your budget range, considering the artistic and historical significance of the artwork. We can be flexible with our pricings. Will you be open to discussing different options, such as a phased payment plan or potential inclusions of other artworks from our gallery?
We appreciate your willingness to explore options within our budget range. Phased payment plan sounds like an interesting proposition. Could you provide more details on how that would work? Additionally, you are open to considering other artworks from your gallery that complement our collection.
Absolutely. With a phased payment plan, we can structure the payment over mutually agreed timelines, ensuring it aligns with your financial considerations. As for the inclusion of other artworks, we can provide you with a selection of pieces that share similar themes or artists with the artwork you are interested in. This way, we can create a cohesive narrative within your collection while meeting your budget constraints.
That sounds promising. I believe exploring a combination of a phased payment plan and incorporating complementary artworks could be a viable solution. If we can finalize the details such as the payment timeline and specific additional artworks, we might be able to reach an agreement that satisfies both parties.
I agree. Let's work together to finalize the payment plans and create a selection of complementary artworks that enrich your collections. We value your commitment as a collector, and our aim is to ensure you acquire a piece that you are genuinely cherish and that enhances your collection narratives.
I will send our curator to discuss more about the piece market analysis with your art expert tomorrow.
Thanks for discussing the Tinker's Tattoo transaction with me today. As museum curator, I want this legendary piece purchase cost between 11 million to 12 million.
Glad you like the Tinker, great art in history. I wish to emphasize the statue's long-term worth and cultural relevance to our school.
I understand the market price, but we must stay within our budget. Consider our budget, this piece is important to our collection and visitor.
I understand. Our collection and tourists are greatly influenced by the Tinker statue. I appreciate your monetary commitment, but I want to highlight some other factors that may influence your decision.
Please comment and elaborate more.
The Tinker would elevate our museum. It would attract foreign art lovers and experts, boosting our institution's prominence. The statue's history and Rodin's thought-provoking art would move our guests.
The Tinker improve our museum. We must close the price gap. Can we negotiate? We will haggle to keep inside the budget.
You see, I sympathize and desire win-win. I appreciate your hard bargaining. However, the Tinker statues are rare and desirable. Given its market value and potential appreciation, I would recommend slightly raising the budget.
You are right, but I have to obey our financial rule. Can we finance the Tinker?
I'm glad you're investigating alternatives. Staggered payments may reduce purchase expenses. We can help you afford this crucial artwork.
I will check if we can come up with budget-friendly progressive payment plan. We can buy the Tinker statue.
Great, you're versatile. Our financial staff and I will propose a budget-friendly progressive payment plan. We can purchase the Tinker statue without damaging our university financially.
Thanks. I look forward to reviewing the progressive payment plan and acquiring this beautiful artwork for our museum. I will send our financial advisors to discuss the pricing adjustment, installment plan, and any financial incentive with your financial representative.
Thank you for meeting with me today. As the financial advisor for the buyer party, I'd like to discuss the pricing, installment plans, and any financial incentive related to potential acquisition of the Tinker statue. Our budget constraint fall between 11 to 12 million.
I appreciate your presence and I understand the importance of considering the financial aspect of this acquisition. The seller party has set a target for the Tinker between 11.5 to 12.4 million. However, I open to exploring options that align with your budget range and fulfill both parties' objectives.
Thank you for your willingness to find a mutual beneficial solution. Considering our financial constraints, we like to explore the possibility of pricing adjustment that bring the cost closer to our budget range. This adjustment would help us move forward with the acquisition.
I understand your need for a pricing adjustment. While the seller party has set a target price within a specific range, we also recognize the value of successful transaction and the potential long-term benefits of selling the Tinker. Let me assess your strategy and see if we can accommodate your pricing requirements by still meeting our objectives.
That would be appreciated. In addition to pricing adjustment, we would like to discuss potential installment plans. If we could structure the payments over a suitable timelines, it would significantly ease the financial burden on the buyer party. Are you open to exploring the option?
Absolutely. We understand the financing consideration and are open to discussing the installment plans that accommodate both parties. By spreading the payments over an agreed open timeline, we can align with the immediate financial impacts and make the administration more feasible for the buyer party.
That's encouraging to hear. We believe this approach will allow us to proceed the acquisition within our budget range. In addition to installment plans, are there any financial incentives or benefits the seller party can offer to make the deal more effective?
While we have certain pricing parameters to work within, we can explore potential financial incentives to facilitate the transaction. These incentives will include, for example, additional artworks from our collection of credits towards future purchase, which could provide value to the buyer party beyond the acquisition of the tinker status.
The inclusion of additional artworks or credit towards future purchase would certainly enhance the overall value of the deal. We appreciate your willingness to consider such incentive. It would be beneficial if you can provide us with more details regarding the options available in that regard.
I will collaborate with our team to explore the possibility and present you with a range of options for additional artworks or credits that align with your preference and our inventory. This will ensure that the financial incentives provide more beneficial and meets the buyer party requirements.
Thank you for your commitment to finding creative solutions. We look forward to reviewing the proposed pricing adjustment, installment plans, and any financial incentive you can offer. This step will enable us to proceed with the acquisition while accommodating our financial constraints.
It's our pleasure to work with you towards a successful acquisition. We understand the importance of addressing the financial aspect of the deal and will provide you with a comprehensive proposal that reflects the negotiated pricing adjustment, suitable installment plans, and enticing financial incentives.
Thank you all for joining this meeting. We are excited about the potential acquisition of the Tinker, and it's crucial that we address any legal concerns and ensure a smooth purchase process. Let's discuss the purchase agreement and any modifications we'd like to propose for the artwork.
Absolutely. I'm here to assist and ensure that all legal aspects are handled appropriately. To begin, I have reviewed the initial purchase agreement provided by the seller party. Are there any specific legal concerns or area of the agreement that you would like to address?
From a curatorial standpoint, we like to ensure that the agreement includes provision for the proper display, conservation, and the insurance of the tinker statue. Additionally, we would like to explore the possibility of loaning the artwork to other reputable institutions for exhibition in the future with suitable terms and conditions.
I understand your concerns and objectives, and we can incorporate provisions to address those points. We will work on crafting language that covers the appropriate display, conservation, and insurance requirement. Regarding loaning the artwork, we will draft clauses that outline the criteria for such agreements, ensuring that they align with the overall care and preservation of the tinker.
In terms of financial consideration, it would be beneficial to include provision regarding payment terms, penalty for defaults, and a clear timeline for the phased payment plan we discussed earlier. We want to ensure that our financial obligation and commitment are clearly defined and understood.
Thank you for raising those points. We will draft the payment terms and conditions to reflect the phased payment plan and establish a clear timeline for each installment. We will also include provisions for penalties in the event of default of branches of the agreement, ensuring both parties' interests are protected.
In addition to the legal and financial aspects, I would like to discuss the possibility of making minor modifications to the Tinker statue. This may include addressing any restoration needs or customizing its display to fit our museum's specific requirements. Are such modifications feasible? And if so, how can we address them in the purchase agreement?
Modifications can indeed be considered, but it is essential to determine the extent and nature of the changes desired. We will need to consult with conservation experts and engage in discussions with the seller party to ensure their consent and approval. Once we have a clear understanding of the desired modifications, we can outline them in the purchase agreement along with any associated responsibilities and costs.
That sounds reasonable. We will work closely with the conservation expert and ensure that any modifications are carried out following the highest standard and consultation with the seller party. It's important to strike a balance between preserving the artwork integrity and addressing our museum-specific display need.
Absolutely. Preserving the artwork's integrity is of utmost importance. We will collaborate with all parties involved to ensure that the modifications, if agreed upon, align with professional standards and respect the artistic value of the Tinker statue.
I appreciate the comprehensive approach we are taking to address legal, financial, and modification of concerns. By including all these aspects in the purchase agreements, we can protect our interests and ensure a successful acquisition of the Tinker statue.
Indeed, a comprehensive purchase agreement will provide clarity, protect all parties involved, and serve a solid foundation for the transaction. I will work closely with the team and incorporate your suggestions, draft the modified agreement, and ensure that it reflects our collective understanding and requirements.
Thank you everyone for your valuable input and collaboration. Let's continue working together to finalize the purchase agreement, addressing all legal concerns and modifications to secure the acquisition of the Tinker statue and enhance our museum's collection. Thank you all for joining this meeting. After thorough discussions and negotiations, I'm pleased to announce that the seller team has agreed to our offer of 12 million for the acquisition of the Tinker statue.
Indeed, we believe that the offer of 12 million is fair and aligned with the artwork value and market conditions. We're glad to reach these agreements.
That is excellent news. The Tinker will be a remarkable addition to our museum collection. We appreciate the seller's willingness to work with us and find a mutually beneficial solution.
We genuinely believe that the Tinker will find a perfect home in your esteemed museum. Its significance and the connections it will establish with your visitors cannot be understated. We are delighted to be part of this collaboration.
With the agreed upon price, I believe it essential to revisit the phased payment plan proposed by the sales manager. The plan allows us to manage the financial impact of the acquisition effectively. Are both teams still in agreement on the suggested plan?
Absolutely. We believe that the best payment plan will address your financial requirements while ensuring a successful acquisition. We committed to working cooperatively and finding suitable terms that benefits both parties.
The phased payment plan offers a practical approach, balancing the buyer's financial constraints and the seller's need for timely payment. It's encouraging to see both teams embracing a cooperative negotiation style to achieve a win-win outcome.
I appreciate the collaborative approach from the seller team. The phased payment plan aligns with our financial capabilities, allowing us to proceed with the acquisition without compromising our financial stability. We accept the proposed plan and are committed to fulfilling our financial obligations as per the agreement.
Thank you for your acceptance of the phased payment plan. We are confident that these agreements will facilitate a smooth acquisition process and maintain a positive relationship between our teams. We are committed to ensuring your satisfaction throughout the transactions.
We appreciate the seller team commitment to our satisfaction. As we move forward with the acquisition, I'd like to express our gratitude for their understanding and cooperation, as well as their assistance in addressing any necessary modification to suit our museum needs.
It has been a pleasure working with your team, and we're dedicated to supporting you in the modification process. Preserving the artwork's integrity while accommodating your museum's specific requirements is of utmost importance to us.
This collaborative negotiation process showcases the commitment from both teams to achieve a successful acquisition. We appreciate the seller team's flexibility and willingness to work cooperatively with us, ensuring a positive outcome for both parties.
On behalf of our team, we would like to express our satisfaction with the negotiation process. We believe we have reached a partnership that will benefit both parties and contribute to the enrichment of our art collection.
We echo your sentiment and express our gratitude for your trust in our gallery. We are confident that the art products you have been chosen will bring immense joys and value to your collections.